Hello. So we are back, yeah, and we test the amplifier a few days, and it's time to came up with a conclusion. Okay, so we are speaking about a receiving amplifier. Okay, there is no way in the world a receiving amplifier to be against the rules, whatever the rules are there. You understand? People ask, oh, sorry, it's against the rules, it's okay, it's not illegal. It's a receiving amplifier, you know what I mean? Okay? So you are fine. If you want to fit a receiving amplifier, anyone can do it, yeah? It's not a problem, and I'm sure, yeah, you can go and ask Helium team, and they will say, yeah, it's fine. Actually, you will provide a better coverage. Good for you. I will give you more helium, more HNT, yeah, because that's all about, yeah. Okay, people, better coverage, you are getting paid more. That's how the things works, okay. If they want, because I seen people writing on the comments, that's not how the helium is supposed to work. You know what? If the helium doesn't want coverage, very simple, yeah, like how they did with the signal noise ratio, very simple. They can put a limit, yeah, and let's say the valid witnesses are in the 5 miles, yeah, and that's fine. I will take down my 9 decibel antenna, I will stick a 3 decibel antenna there, and I'm okay, yeah. We are fine. They can do it, yeah? They can do it. Say, look, we don't need any more coverage. Or we need just, a few miles around your antenna. Okay, that's fine. I will take down my 9 decibel antenna, I will stick a 3 decibel, and any transaction over 5 miles, it's invalid. Very simple to do. Very simple, yeah? But no, the idea is creating coverage, and the wider coverage, you are getting paid more. Okay? So it's no way in 100 years a helium guy, it will tell you, you know what, the amplifiers are against the rules. No way. Okay? Good. So we clear that, yeah? No more question about this. We start in January 7, okay? Today is 12/7, okay? 5 days. We tested 5 days. Let's see. So we start from here, yeah? Okay? We start from, because the only way to know if the amplifier is working is to check, yeah? Is to check the witnesses on the hotspotty page, because the hotspotty is getting the information from your witnesses, yeah? Is getting the information from here, from your transaction, okay? So that's how you know, yeah? Not from here, because many people confuse like average beacons. No, because that is how the network is working, yeah? Well, actually, when the network was down, this is not loading. When the blockchain was slow, was less transaction, if you remember. Well, here, yeah, here when the transaction was like 700-800, you remember, was a few days ago. Okay, this, no, not from here, yeah. Those witnesses are, they hear your beacon, yeah. So ignore this and this, and you go to the hotspotty, and you check those witnesses, yeah. As witness, how many witnesses, how many people you can hear, how many witnesses, yeah, are 427. And 5 days ago, check there, 315. It's a massive improvement. It's massive. From 315, now I can hear 427. It's massive. And if you check the map, I got most of my witnesses are like far witnesses, far, like even here, you see? So I can hear a lot better around me. Okay? Clear? It's working? I mean, I cannot fake these kind of numbers from here. 427. You know, it's like over 100 witnesses more. It's like 300% improvement. 30% improvement. I mean, from 315, yeah, like even more, like 35% improvement, which is great. It's fantastic. Okay? And yes, they are okay, you know, no one will punish you if you lose amplifier. No one will know in the first place, but no one will punish. It's a receiving amplifier. Yeah? We are speaking about bidirectional TX pass-through and RX amplifier, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Good? Good. Now, speaking about the amplifier, because we are kind of, you know, like a technic channel, you know, we are doing, we are going up a little bit deeper on the things, yeah? Now, the amplifier is this one. Okay? You can't see what happened behind of the scene. But after I got the amplifier, I figured out the schematic and I contact the people from Jet Vision. Yeah? I contact them. And I told them, you know what? I don't think this will work. I mean, you remember I underestimated. I know. I underestimated the amplifier. I know that. I know. I mean, the people are doing, you know, those amplifiers for aircrafts, but I said, you know what, maybe they are wrong. That's what I thought. And let's go on the PDF. Let's check the PDF. And you remember we made a video and I said, you know what, this amplifier is great, yeah? So the TX is going through, okay. And on the receiving, look, you have the antenna, then you have a SAW filter, then on the output another SAW filter, and this amplifier is over filtered and is perfect, yeah? It's not like that, okay? This is not a symbol or a sign for a SAW filter. And when I try to figure out the schematic, let me try and edit this. Let's paint it. And I did like that. I tried to figure it out the schematic. So those are the switches, yeah? From RX to TX, okay? So here is the antenna, okay? The signal is coming on this side. So the signal is coming from the antenna here, okay? And here you have a matching antenna matching circuit. Here I believe it's a lining protection. That's what I believe, but I'm not sure about that. Either is this or this green thing is. Yeah, here one green, here. Okay, this is the output. Here you have the output. Okay, and the RX, because that's what I was looking for. The RX is from here, is coming here. Yeah. From here on this pin, and it's coming to this amplifier, and from here is going to the SAW filter, okay? Then it's coming here on this switch, RX-TX switch, and then you have this this thingy, this one, yeah, to sense the TX and RX. And it's going out, yeah, on the output. Here you have a basic power supply. So one is from wire, and you have a diode here. That means even if you put the plus or minus wrong way, nothing wrong will happen. Here you have another diode, and the voltage is coming on this side, yeah, from here. Let me see what we have there. Yeah, we have a coil here, from this coil, and here. Okay, so this is the voltage track. Now the TX is coming from here. When the TX is coming, it's going to this SAW filter. So it's a SAW filter on the TX side. And then it's coming to this chip, which is 403. It's a RF detector. Yeah. And this is detecting when the hotspot is transmitting. And it's switching. What this chip is doing is switching those switches, yeah, electronic switches. Okay, and I message them. You know, I text them, I write them an email, and I say, look, I don't think this will work. I mean, we have experience from Heltec, from Pischist, from what was more there? I don't remember. Anyway, the miners, which they don't have a SAW filter on the input. You remember? Okay? So I said, you know what? I don't think this will perform well because there is no SAW filter. So I thought, you know, because of this, actually this is a sign of a bandpass filter, not the SAW filter. But I believe, you know, it's a SAW filter. That's what I thought. And I said, you know what? I don't think this will work because here is no SAW filter, and the noise, like in a crowded city, it will, you know, it will saturate the amplifier, this one, yeah, and it's end of story. When it's saturated, it's end of story. Now, you know how it's with the amplifiers? It's same with the microphones, like my microphone. Then the microphone is, if you check online on the microphones, they have a specific value. It's called SPL, if I remember, SPL. And this value is actually how much sound can microphone take before distortion, yeah? And that's how you classify a good microphone compared with a poor microphone, based on this value. Of course, the frequency band and it's more noise, okay. But SPL is a very important value when you choose a microphone, let's say. And the same with amplifiers, yeah? So there are amplifiers which are not cheap, but they can handle the noise and without distortion, without being saturated. And there are cheap amplifiers like this one, yeah, like this one, and they cannot do it. Like we've seen deaf hotspots like Heltec, like Pischist, like and was one more. I don't remember now. Was one more. I don't remember right now. Because they are sending filters to people to feed these filters. Yeah, they come without this filter. So it's no chance amplifier like this it will work without this filter. Okay. That's why this filter is here. It cannot handle the noise. Yeah? So what this filter is doing is filtering and is leaving only the LoRa band to go through, you know, to the amplifier, and it's isolating the noise. And that's what I told you, you know, I told them, hey, this will not work. It's, you know, it's no SAW filter there. It has to be a SAW filter. Every good hotspot, like you see, like most of the hotspots, they have this. They have this SAW filter on the input. And then I spoke, you know, with a RF engineer, and they explain me like, okay, indeed, if you have a poor amplifier, indeed that will happen, but not when you have a high quality one. Okay. So the flarm booster, it did has this one, you see here, bandpass, but it's like a very, how can I say it? Paint. A SAW filter is like this, yeah? That's a SAW filter, and here is the LoRa band, yeah? From here to here is the LoRa band. LC bandpass filter is something like that. Yeah. Okay, so that's the difference. Of course, this is not that great, a LC filter, but the loss is not that much. I mean, a SAW filter, we are looking around 3-4 decibel attenuation. Sorry. The insertion loss. So just because you have this filter here, yeah, so from this signal to the max signal, you lose around 3-4 decibel. That's why a configuration amplifier like this is better, because you earn this 3-4 decibel. So if any hospital like my SenseCap, the Helium OG Miner, they have this filter, yeah, it's good, it's filtering the signal, but you are losing 3-4 decibel. Okay, so don't get me wrong, the miner is okay, it's working, but the performance are like poor. I mean, you really believe actually a miner costs 500 pound or $500? No, it's just, you know, it's a budget thing, you know, it's made to be cheap. You know what I mean? I mean, they have filters on the input. They don't have the amplifiers on the input like how is normal, yeah? No, in the beginning, on the first play, you lose 3-4 decibel, and then we amplify the signal with the amplifier. Here you have the low noise amplifier. Now you understand? You see, that's the difference when you are buying an amplifier which is made by a company which is making amplifiers for aircrafts. You know, that explains the price. Yeah, sorry, but that explains the price. Again, we are with 100 witnesses on top what I had before. And the amplifier is not distorting, it's not killed by noise, nothing. It's just working great. I mean, like how I am right now, I will never ever go back and use my miner without this amplifier. So no way. No way. So I seen what weaknesses I can get with this amplifier. No way I will go back. No way. Okay? So that's the story. So even if you go on my Discord or our Discord, you will find a link on the description. Actually, the RF guy from Jet Vision is there, and you can ask him things. Okay? Yeah. Okay? So this is even beautiful than I thought. I mean, I knew the price. The price is you are losing 3-4 decibel when you have this filter on the front of the antenna. And I said, okay, you know what, I will buy the amplifier, and I will explain you later why you should buy an amplifier. But this is even better. Actually, it's no filter. I'm not losing anything on the input. I mean, I'm not losing anything. It's going straight to the amplifier, and the amplifier is working fantastic. You see? Because we are used with cheap things, and we start thinking cheap. Like, there is no way to be there an amplifier without SAW filter on the input, but there are, like this one. Okay? Good. So the question is, you should use the amplifier? You know what? Why do you think they didn't fit the amplifier here? Because the miner is quite sensitive, yeah? So you'll have like minus 140 decibel. The sensitivity is fantastic. I mean, okay, you are losing like 3-4 decibel on the input SAW filter. You are losing 1 decibel on the RX switch. But, you know, people forget, actually, these are indoor miners. And on the input is supposed to have an antenna connected straight there. It's an indoor miner, yeah? Now it's a different story when it comes with a long cable and connectors and lightning arrestor. The story is different, yeah? So, you know how I'll say, look, if you have your miner and it's outdoor, and the miner is connected straight to the antenna, yeah, with like no cable or a little bit of cable, I think you'll not see a bigger difference with the amplifier. I mean, you will see you are still earning, if you are using an amplifier, you are still earning like 3-4 decibel because you compensate the loss on this one and on the switch, okay? But otherwise, I don't think you'll see a big difference. If you are using the hotspot outdoor or indoor and you have a long cable, then I believe the amplifier, it will make a big difference. Let's calculate. Let's do it together. Yeah. Let's do a basic thing. Yeah. Let's calculate. Paint. Let's see why you should use amplifier. Why? Let's calculate the losses, yeah? So first you have the antenna here, yeah? You have the antenna. Then here you have a connector. Okay, this is the connector with the cable, okay? Then what do you have more? You have lightning arrestor, let's say, okay? Then you have some cable, let's say like 10 meters of cable, okay? Then after that you have the miner, connection, okay? And this is your miner. Then what do we have inside? Inside you have a cable which is going to the radio card, yeah? That's the radio card. And you have yeah, that's the radio card, and here you have another connector, okay? So let's calculate, yeah? You have let's say 0.5 on the connection, you have one connection here. Yeah, actually you have two connectors, that means 1 decibel. Let's say if you lose, on the worst case scenario, 0.5, but actually it's under 0.5. So you have let's say 1 decibel here, you lose 1 decibel on the arrestor in the worst case scenario. Then you lose, let's say you have LMR 400, you have 10 meters, you lose like 1.2 decibel, I think, yeah? So you have 1, and you have another 1, so you have 2 decibel, with the cable 3.2 decibel, so it's 3.2 plus, what do we have here? Here you have a connection, yeah, 0.5, here I have another connection, 0.5, it's 1 decibel, yeah? That means will be 4.2, okay, 4.2 decibel. Okay, but that's not all. Then you have what? Then you have 1 decibel on the switch and 3-4 decibel, most likely like 4 decibel on the SAW filter, yeah? So 4 plus 1 on the switch is 5. I mean, in the worst case scenario. So 5 plus 4.2 is 9.2 decibel, okay? 9.2 decibel, okay? Decibel. So we end up with a big number like 9.2. Okay, let's say we overreact, yeah? Maybe are not 9.2, maybe are 8, or maybe are 7, but still 7 decibel. On the 7 decibel, there are a lot of weak hotspots which they will never reach your low noise amplifier from here. You see, LNA in, and here is RX out. Here you have a low noise amplifier. The weakest hotspot, they will never reach this amplifier because they get lost on the track. Okay, so that's the amplifier idea. Yeah, so don't get me wrong. The amplifier idea is not to bring more signal here, yeah, to bring more signal to the low noise amplifier. No, the amplifier idea is to compensate the losses, yeah. That's the idea. That's why the amplifier has to be fitted exactly on the output of the antenna. That's very, very important. Exactly here, yeah. So any signal from the antenna is going to the amplifier. That's what matter. It's no point getting the amplifier if you think to put the amplifier on the box on the bottom next to the miner. No point to buying. It's no point. Really no point. That's one thing. The second thing, you have, the downside of using an amplifier, okay? Because it is a downside. The downside is most of the miners, they don't have amplifier, and the Helium system is based on the hotspot without the amplifier, and it's making some calculation. And what will happen if your board is taking the signal? Yeah, so we have like 9.2 decibel loss, and the flarm booster is outputting like 17 decibel. Yeah, so you see the board get stronger signal. What the system will think? The system will think you are lying about your antenna decibel, and actually your antenna is bigger, like decibel speaking. Okay, that's the reason why I put on my Helium app 15 decibel, because soon as I put the amplifier, I start getting invalids like RSSI too high. What does mean? That means the signal is too high, like the winners, what I can hear. I can hear them, but they come over there with a high signal, with a powerful signal, yeah? And the system said, okay, here is something wrong. The signal is too strong, and you get that thing here, RSSI too high. Okay? That's the reason, if you've seen my video in my setup, that's the reason why here I was using 15 meters, yeah? 15 meters of H155, just to lower the gain of the amplifier. Okay, so actually the gain of the amplifier is too high. At 17 decibel, it's a little bit too high because we don't have that many losses. Now you'll say, Sorin, fair enough, and that's all the problem. You hired yeah. So we have no invalids. We are fine now. We are fine. We have no invalids. It's working great, yeah. Weaknesses, yeah. Okay, the downside, hiring this value here to 15 decibel, you just lower your transmit power like minimal possible, like 1 decibel. And you'll think, yeah, it's okay, Sorin, 1 decibel is fine. I'm still okay. But then you have to calculate the losses on the other way, yeah. So you have the transmitting power, and from here, yeah, you can see the, you see, so that's the takes, yeah, takes away from here, it's coming here, you have some switches, then it's coming out here, come back in, and then it's going to the switch, Aries take switch, where you lose 1 decibel, you remember, you lose 1 decibel there. Then, you have same losses when you send a beacon. So same like here, like 9.2 decibel, not 9.2, sorry. 4.2, because here you have no SAW filter on the output. You have 4.2 decibel loss on the takes, and you end up, you don't have takes power. Your takes power is gone, because takes power is like 1 decibel, because you set up a 15 decibel antenna on your Helium page, and that will not be a problem. But they just came here with the HIP 42, where actually the beacon start matter, and yeah, you want power on your beacon. So you see, It's there are good things and bad things. I mean, I have no issue even if I lose with the sense cap. I'm losing another 3 decibel on the switch, and I'm still beaconing fine. Okay, but you have to take this on consideration. Okay, so even with this, I'm still sending beacon fine, and the signal is okay in beacons. You see, send beacon 18, and if you check the transaction details, actually the signal is decent. Not very strong, obviously, but it's okay. I mean, I can have 18 witnesses on my beacon. Okay? Yeah. So that's the story with the amplifier. Has good and bad. Now, you should buy an amplifier. You know what? This is up to you, and I cannot advise anyone if they should buy one amplifier or not. It's not illegal, it's not against the rules. A receiving amplifier is welcome every time. Okay? But if you have the miner next to the antenna, I don't think it's worth. Especially if the amplifier is expensive, yeah? You remember? Actually, when I post the link with the bus with the flarm, the other version, Buster Plus, actually people bought them all, and they open, and the board is nearly the same, and you can actually cut the antenna down, solder a connector, and use it with a normal antenna. Just keep in mind if you want to modify that one. Okay? Now, because people are asking, and they send me links. Sorry, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? How a professional solution looks like a professional one. I mean, a professional solution is not for everyone. Yeah. So you have to have some skills. A professional solution, from my point of view, but that's from my point of view, and I cannot do it. You remember I done some weird things, and the people cannot replicate, and if they cannot replicate, they get frustrated. So I'm trying to follow easy, simple things in improvement of your hotspot. Okay? But let's say you are a skilled person. Now, from my point of view, a professional solution will look like that. So you have the RX. On the original schematic, this one doesn't exist. This one doesn't exist here. Yeah, so on miners, you'll not have something like that. Yeah, this is missing. So that's the schematic without this part. A professional solution, from my point of view, looks like this. The TX antenna, it will stay as a TX antenna. Yeah, and you have to fit a TX antenna. Okay? Then the RX, this comes down. Yeah, you cut this track out, you don't need that. And you have the SAW filter. Then you have the amplifier. Okay, and here you have the RX antenna. That's how I see a professional solution. Yeah. So your beacon is untouched. You can beacon with a TX antenna. The RX, you have the antenna, which is you attach the amplifier straight to the antenna, then you come down with the signal. You are not passing the switch, yeah, that means you earn 1 decibel from the RX TX switch, and you go to the SAW filter here on the input. Now I did check the difference. Yeah, I checked on my miner, on the Helium OG one. I did check, but without modifying this track with the flarm amplifier, because the flarm amplifier has SAW filter inside. I try with this filter and without, and actually it's not that much different. Just because the signal is high on the input, was no point to remove this one. Yeah, it was nearly nothing. So actually I got like 1 decibel, a little bit signal noise ratio poor. Yeah, so no point removing this one. This one, yeah, this doesn't have sense here. Yeah, I mean, doesn't have sense if you modify the thingy. Doesn't have sense on anyway. On my sense cap, I remove this. Yeah, because the Helium emoji doesn't come with this from the factory. So I remove it on the sense cap, so my sense cap doesn't have this filter, yeah? This is a SAW filter on the receiving path. And it's filtering the signal, but actually also you are losing around 4 decibel on that filter, yeah? Keep in mind. I know, this thing is they have auto gain, yeah? But it's no point keeping this if you don't need it. Maybe if you are in the middle of London, maybe okay, it's a good idea to leave this in. But otherwise, it's no point. Like how I said, the Helium emoji doesn't have it and it's working fine anywhere. Okay? So that's how a professional solution looks like with 2 antenna, one for beaconing, and actually if I don't reach some hotspots to beacon, I can use a TX Yagi antenna and I can go on a specific direction to catch 18 witnesses on my beacon. Okay, with the RX, same story. I can use whatever antenna I want. This looks like a professional. And actually, you know what? Are people on our Discord, which they are making like crazy modification on the miners. Let me see, I seen yesterday, I seen a Bobcat, if I remember. I don't remember if I seen it here or on the other chat. But it was a nice modification. And I'll show you after that what the guy did. Not here. Not here. You see, are nice people on our Discord. You can join if you want. Let me find that picture. That was a nice picture. You know, I love when I see people actually trying and you know, trying to improve the setup, you know. I seen it yesterday. I swear I seen it yesterday. You see pictures, people get it how it's supposed to be. People are doing DIY. And that's good. That's progress. That's what is called progress. And probably I can't find it. Probably I can't find it anymore. Okay. It's all clear about amplifiers. Now the people ask about the gain. The gain, max gain on this input low noise amplifier, the receiving amplifier, is 10 decibel. On SX1250 it's again 10 decibel, so keep in mind, yeah. No, you cannot burn the low noise amplifier. From the input to the amplifier you are losing some gain here, like 3-4 decibel, like how I said, 1 decibel on the switch. But in the worst case scenario, let's say on the worst case scenario where you cannot distort the amplifier with with the flarm booster. Yeah, in the worst case scenario, you can distort the low noise amplifier, but not burn it. Yeah. Okay. Try and leave questions if you have questions, and we can speak about this more on details on, I mean, maybe during a live stream if you have different questions. But the amplifier, it's a great idea. Like how I said, I will never go back and don't use it. No, I can't. I can't. I mean, I have 420 witnesses, which is insane. Okay, so thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you like the video, and see you on the next one. Bye.